Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you to the first episode of the podcast. My name is Anindya Chakravarti and you are listening to Talk Tech and Entrepreneurship with me. I'm the founder of Consideras Media, a modern day media and communications holding company, owner of two budding e-commerce brands and the active CEO of these initiatives. Consideras Media is a full-service advertising agency servicing clients to expand their businesses using the social and creative production. So, as we are navigating through this challenging time, I wanted to share some insights and hypotheses around what businesses can consider as they're adapting and innovating in this environment. So, here are a few things on my mind. These are the 4 insights to help businesses in challenging times. So, the first thing I wanted to start with is that many leaders and business owners, they do not execute this point the right way. Leaders work for their employees, not the other way around. So many large organizations are having to adjust to the work from home life nowadays that haven't had experience doing it before. So that means employees are having to work in environments that feel a little different or uncomfortable. They might be used to collaborating side by side and now they're being just forced to adjust, right? So people may have their kids at home, which can also create challenges. So depending on how they are wired, they may like it more or less, but as a leader in an organization, it's important to understand that you work for your employees at this time. Consider getting on a call with every single one of your employees, one by one if you can manage it. If you have hundreds or thousands, consider getting on a company-wide call and help them address some of their issues. It could be as simple as calling up like, "Hey Sally," and saying something like, "Hi," or "Hey, I know you love sitting next to take anybody like Cindy, and you say collaborate that way. Try to do it on Zoom, and if you can't or if you struggle, don't just overly beat yourself up. If your productivity is an 8 out of 10 at this time because you're a person who loves to collaborate in person, don't just overjudge yourself. It's about helping them create frameworks and holding them accountable, but at the same time working with them and having empathy for the adjustment process. So the second thing that I have in my mind is that this isn't the new normal, it's a new temporary normal. What I think is this where a lot of people, especially business leaders, are getting confused. People are calling this time the new normal, but in reality it's going to be very, very small percentage of most people's lives. I don't know if it's several weeks, several months, or if it goes away and comes back later in the year, but it will end at some point. So calibrate your actions towards your ambitions and what you want to accomplish, but don't overly judge yourself if you struggle to be productive during this time. Having 3 months, 6 months, or even a year where you're not feeling at the top of your game can happen in life to everyone. It happens to me too. So, but it's a temporary period of time, right? And if you and your family are healthy, you have got a ton to be grateful for. Here comes the third point. The first time entrepreneurs. This is a very important one. I'm emphasizing this to all the budding entrepreneurs, the ones who are starting up just like me. You don't have to demonize getting a job if you have to. There are a lot of first time entrepreneurs in this time who might have to go and get a job somewhere. So having to go back and get a job isn't necessarily as bad as some entrepreneurs think if you can be strategic about who you work for. You could start the process of rounding out your skill sets and or work for someone who could act as a mentor to you. So this is a very good piece of advice for the budding entrepreneurs just like me. So you can, you don't really have to demonize getting a job if you have to at this moment. So the fourth and the final point that I think is tell stories. Now's the time to get people to know you. Go out and tell stories. So I think that story time is a big concept too. Right now is a great time for businesses to start the process of telling stories around things like how they got started, their biggest mistake or their craziest experience. It's a practical concept for many right now since we are not working in offices and don't have the option to create content at work. It's a good opportunity to take a step back and start digging into that origin story. Ultimately, people buy from people, right? What do you think? and people connect with others on the different concepts of subtle personality traits. For example, people follow me for all kinds of things. Like some people found me through my business content, others like me for what I did, my work, for my development, web development and graphic designing. Others like me for what I'm doing, working hard and starting different initiatives. And some of them like me as I changed myself. Like we'll talk about all of my life in the further episodes, how I transformed myself, how I just changed my mental perspective, how I got my life sorted out. It was a mess, I have to be very honest. So others might have connected with me over something small, like the fact that let's say my favorite number is 8. So that's why I'm talking about showing different looks of yourself. People might connect to you because of the way you talk, how you look, the fact that you love Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto, or that you just sold CDs in 4th grade. Right now is an interesting time to tell stories and show people who you are. Thank you so much for taking your precious time out and listening to the episode. If you got value out of this, please follow the podcast. Follow me on Instagram at the rate of Anindya_Chakrabarti, and do visit hempification.net to order revolutionizing CBD infused products. I have just started this new e-commerce brand, Hempification, and we are selling great CBD infused products made from organic hemp that is being farmed in the US, not in India. My farming partners are Charlotte's Web. Great, a huge shout out to them. And amazing offers available at this moment. Go shop, be merry. Signing off for now. See you all in the next episode. Cheers.